Hi everyone, my name is Kurnia Setiarini. Today I will explain about poem for 11th class in senior high school. Today we will learn about first definition of poem, second is figurative language of the poem, the third is rhyme, and the last we learn about stanza. So, what is poem? Anyone have any idea? So, poem is a piece of writing that partakes of the nature of both speech and song that is nearly always rhythmic and metaphorical. Maksudnya adalah poem ini adalah bentuk suatu penulisan yang biasanya bisa bentuk lagu ataupun bentuk sebuah teks dan biasanya berima dan menggunakan bahasa yang indah. After you learn about the meaning of poem, do you know what is figurative language? Figurative language dalam bahasa Indonesia itu bisa disebut sebagai bahasa kiasan atau majas. So, figurative language adalah bahasa yang membantu pembaca untuk bring their imagination, emotion, and memberikan makna kepada pembaca. What are they? Kira-kira ada apa aja figurative language-nya? The first one is alliteration. Alliteration is a kind of figurative language that have two or more sounds which have the same initial sound. The example is BZSP. The P in busy and the P in P is named alliteration. They have same initial sound. Meanwhile, the three trees is not alliteration. TH in the and TH in a tree, it can't be alliteration because they doesn't have initial sound. The and tree is totally different. Next is assonance. Assonance is the same internal vowel sound amongst different words. The example is I love you to the moon and back. You and moon have same vowel sound, that is chu and moon, but these two is different word. Do you understand? Okay, let's go to the next figurative language. Next is metaphor. Metaphor is comparison which doesn't use like or as. So the example is his word is an ice cube. Maksudnya adalah kata-katanya itu adalah es, seperti es. Jadi yang dimaksudkan adalah orang ini kalau ngomong gak mikir perasaan orang lain, terlalu dingin sampai orang lain mengatakan orang ini kalau ngomong seperti es batu ya, seperti itu. Do you understand? The next slide is simile. Simile is a comparison which using like or as. So in the sentence for simile, usually they use like or as. The example is the boy was brave as lion. So the brave of the boys, it compare with the braveness of the lion. We know that lion is so brave and strong, so these boys have a brave as a lion. The next slide is onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia is a word that sound like their meaning. This is the example. buzz, oh, bang, moo, and boom. First, buzz. We usually know this sound as buzz. Usually, buzz is same it meaning of the sound of B. And another one is moo. Moo, we know this is sound of cow. Bang is sound of shot. And boo is the sound of explosion or noises. Do you understand? The next figurative language is hyperbole. Hyperbole is word that sound more than it can be. Jadi maksudnya adalah kata-kata atau kalimat dalam setiap puisinya itu dilebih-lebihkan. The example is I had to walk in 5 miles to school in the snow, uphill, in barefoot. Isn't that sounds exaggerating? Karena di sini saya harus berjalan ke sekolah 15 mile, ngelewatin salju, menaiki bukit, terus nggak pakai sepatu. Padahal kan zaman sekarang sekolah selalu udah memakai sepatu kan. Jadi di sini kalimatnya terdengar harus melebih-lebihkan. The next slide is personification. Personification is object that sounds like person. Jadi kita di sini harus mengorangkan objek tersebut. The example is I could hear Hawaii calling my name. Nah, di sini Hawaii diorangkan menjadi dia bisa memanggil kita. Jadi di sini maksudnya adalah kita nih udah mau kita nih diajak buat liburan ke Hawaii gitu loh. Kita kayak aku udah pengen liburan ke Hawaii banget nih, sampai Hawaii udah manggil nama aku. So that is mean of I could hear Hawaii calling my name. If you guys have any question or you don't understand the figurative language, you can ask on the comment column on this video. Next, now what's on your mind when you read this? I love you to the moon and back. Kira-kira ini masuk figurative language apa? Tulis jawaban kalian di kolom komentar video ini ya. Next, we will learn about rhyme. So, what is rhyme? So, rhyme is repetition of similar sound in 2 or more words. There are many kind of rhyme, and the first one is end rhyme. End rhyme is rhyming of the final word of line. This is the example. The trial that you face and the dream that you chase, you're behind in your race and you're staying from your pace. Your mind is scattered all over the place and you're desperate for space. Little did he know this is your time to embrace. So all the end of the line, face, chase, race, pace, place, space, embrace adalah yang dimaksud dari end rhyme. Do you understand? Okay, we go to the next slide. The second rhyme is internal rhyme. Internal rhyme is rhyming of 2 words in the same line. You know we tend to hide what's inside. And no, you're not just another number. Hide and inside are in one line. They on the same line. And they have rhyming. And on the second line, another and number have a same or ER and this two rhyming on the same line. Jadi hide inside itu adalah contoh dari internal rhyme, dan juga another number, kata er-nya adalah dalam satu line yang sama adalah contoh dari internal rhyme juga. The next slide is I rhyme. I rhyme is rhyming based on the spelling, not the sound. Jadi rimanya ini berdasarkan spellingnya, bukan dari suaranya. So the example is move and love, coach and book, food and good. So dua huruf terakhir di move and love, those two have same spelling, dan kebetulan suaranya sama. Di coach and book, they have same spelling but not the sound. So you have to remember that I rhyme itu yang diperhatikan adalah spellingnya, bukan hanya soundnya. So like flower, bunga, and flower, tepung, it can be I rhyme even though they have the same sound, karena flower is WER and flower, tepung, is OUR, so they doesn't have same spelling. And the next is head rhyme. Head rhyme is rhyming on the same initial consonant of the word. Jadi konsonannya itu sama. Bring and blossom, tricky and time, messy and moonlight. Jadi di situ adalah mereka punya huruf konsonan yang sama di depan kata mereka semua. So ini disebut head rhyme. Sampai sini, do you understand? If you have something that you doesn't understand, you can write it on comment column on this video. Next, what is stanza? Anyone know what is stanza? So, stanza is a set of lines in a poem. Each stanza comprises its own unit. The break or space indicate a pause between thought, concept, or action. Jadi, stanza ini kalau di bahasa Indonesia biasanya disebut bait. Nah, tiap stanza ini punya unitnya masing-masing. Maksudnya adalah pemisahan dari tiap baitnya itu mengandung perbedaan konsep atau pemikiran dari tiap baitnya. Jadi kita tidak bisa asal memisah, harus tetap ada konsepnya. So there are 4 types of stanza. The first one is couplet. Couplet is stanza with 2 lines, usually it rhyming. The second is three-set. Three-set is stanza with 3 lines that may or may not rhyming. Jadi tidak selalu berima ya untuk three-set ini. The next one is quatrain. Quatrain is stanza with 4 lines that may or may not rhyme. Jadi quatrain dan three-set, they have same meaning, kecuali kalau quatrain itu 4 line dan three-set adalah 3 line. And the last one is cinquain. Cinquain is stanza of 5 lines. So thank you so much for your attention. If you have any question, you can put it on the comment below the video, or you can contact me on my email or my WhatsApp. Thank you so much for your attention. See you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.